Hi, welcome to another episode of Funke Says. Today we're going to be talking about you getting the wedding you want, even if your in-laws or your parents are paying for the wedding. You know, when your in-laws or parents are paying for the wedding, they usually impose their views on you. So today we're going to be telling you about how to get the wedding that you want, even though your parents are paying. The first thing I will tell you, and I will even want you to think about, is ask your parents or ask your in-laws, what kind of wedding do they want? Do they want to have a big engagement or a small wedding? Or do they want to have a big wedding and a small engagement? Or will they allow you have a small wedding and then they can have the really, really large engagement? Now, if they allow you to have that, then that means that you can have the wedding you want.
Really?
Or, let me even tell you another way. They can tell you that, okay, you know what, we will, everything about the engagement allow us to own it. And everything about the wedding, you can own it. Now, but the thing about it is this. You may not always get that. What do you need to do next? You'll probably have to compromise on some things. And what do I mean? For example, when your parents tell you that, you know what, they're going to be the ones that be involved in the wedding, you can actually get some of the things you want in it. And what do I mean? So for example, on the day of the wedding, you can actually have an area dedicated to your friends. You can have lovely access cards that only your friends can get into. You can have the sweet stations on your side. You can have someone mixing cocktails on your side. You can also even decide on the day. I remember we had a wedding recently where on the adult side, they had their own decor. And on the young people's side, they had their own decor. And they had their own vendors, their own caterers. Your parents can impose a few things on you and tell you that we're going to get the caterer. This person has been working in this family for years, so you must use the person. Okay, daddy, no problem. You can have them. But I'm going to still just have something that is mine. So you can have your own special caterer for your side. You don't have to have a lot of them. You can have, and they don't have to cost you so much money. Now, this is where you must have started saving for your wedding. Because you know what? Your parents can't pay for everything. You need to pay for some things yourself. So even for the cake, maybe you've had someone in mind, and that's the person that you've dreamt of all your life that you want to bake your cake. And your parents say it must be uncle that has been baking for the family for 40 years. What do you say? You say, okay, daddy, how much do you want to pay for that? Ask your dad, he'll give you the budget, and then you add to that budget. Another way that you can also have the wedding, the area that we also usually have issues is in terms of the music. Your parents usually always want a band, or they want a band that plays a certain type of genre of music. You can compromise and let them know that, okay, you know what, dad, or you know what, mom, you can have the band, but I'm going to have the DJ. Let them, after the band plays, let the DJ now play. And you know, that's when you now have the after party. And then you can tell the parents, it's time to go home. But you know what usually happens? They never go home. They always want to hang out with you guys. You know, so you can have it in different ways. You can infuse your own ideas in your wedding. Don't be sad. Don't be depressed. Don't feel like my parents are having their own wedding and you're feeling sad. Compromise in some areas. For example, the invitation cards. Did they decide that they're the ones that want to do the invitation cards, print the invitation cards, or you want to print it? It could be in different areas. There's so many different ways that you can infuse your personality. It could even be in decor. I've had brides or grooms tell me that their mom says they should use a particular person. But you know what they do? They tell their mom, how much is that person paying, mommy? I want to top it. But you would know something though. You may not even have the budget or the money to actually top what your parents want to do. But you know what you can do? You can actually go and meet the decorator, sit with her, and let her know that, you know what, these are some of the things that you want. If you have to buy some things yourself in order to infuse it on the day, please, by all means, do that. Another idea that I can give you is you can actually have a pre-wedding dinner. What usually happens is that we have large weddings, and we have people at these weddings that we've not seen in years, and we don't even know them. And the parents always tell you the extended family has to be there. One uncle that you didn't know from years has to be there. By having the pre-wedding dinner, you can control the people that come. You can share your memories at the pre-wedding dinner. You can have games at the pre-wedding dinner, and you can make the pre-wedding dinner fun. When your in-laws or your parents are paying for the wedding. What usually happens is that they usually have some age-old tradition or some culture that they passed on from generation to generation, and they want you to actually have or at your wedding. Now, the thing about it is this. There are two ways to work with this. You can either compromise and allow them have this tradition if it doesn't hurt you, or if it doesn't go against your belief. But if it does go against your belief, I would say that maybe one of the things you need to do is pray. Don't mind me. But the thing is this. Even if they have 100 traditions, 100 types of beliefs that they want to infuse in this wedding, you can ask them and say, please, can I have 2 of mine, or 3 of mine, or 4 of mine? It all boils down to compromise. In life, though, we can't always get what we want, but we can get what we want in a way that nobody knows that we got what we wanted, So you can always find a way to go around all these things. So I just want to say thank you for watching another episode of Funke Says. And I would like you to join me next time on the next episode. Ensure and make sure that you send your questions, your comments to askfunke@funkesays.com or funkesays@funkebucknor.com. Thank you for watching. See you next time.